it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware.
Harvey's making a start. Oh, I just need to get around everything this morning, get trailers ready for tomorrow. Yard 1 bound, fetch a tractor and a flatbed, bring it here. So that Dunk can get the combine washed, chuck an IBC in the washer up on the flatbed, and it makes just washing the combine nice and easy. He's going to wash the combine this afternoon. That's why I wanted to get Harvey started first thing, so he's done power washing by the time Dunk needs it. Ah, f off! Dirty fly tipping scum. Fly tippers are scum of the earth. Anyway, just quickly nipping to see this field of OSR, which is at yard 1, which is ready to spray. I'm going to spray it if I get a chance this afternoon. Flying quite low in places, but anyway, just where it's fallen into the tram line. A little bit greener on the tram lines there. These pods, see, they're still green and growing, so you don't really want to kill them off, but you focus on the main bulk of the field, not the tram lines. So pick something out roughly in the centre of the crop. If they're ready or black, then they're, yeah, there you go. They're good to go. This field will get sprayed maybe this afternoon, depending on how I get on, sorting out the shed ready for combining tomorrow. And then there's a field of OSR at yard 4, which I'll maybe do this weekend.
Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Grab this flatbed. Grass is starting to come there. Oh, pay attention. This all needs cleared, shifted, cleaned. Grass is coming nicer there, just need to clean up that edge in the concrete. But that's going to be a lot nicer than... It was just gravelly, sandy stuff that when it went wet, it was horrible and sticky. Once you get a flush of grass in there, give it a cut a couple of times, that'll look so much nicer. Outside the yard here, could do with a sweeper brush along here to tidy up all this. There's a load of stuff needing tidied up there. Those rollers need sold, they need a bit of work first. That digger, there's a trench to dig here, then that needs to go to yard 2. Those bales in there are for the exhaust around the side of the grain dryer. That grain dryer tank needs a paint, it's looking horrible. Anyway, no time for all that, flipping it. Take this along the road to yard 2.
So now come home and stay alone. Walking around town in a place I've never been in. Beat man high. Well, he grabbed the apple.
What a tune!
Took a bite.
Harvey's just needing some more water. Don't know where the lid is. One in, one out. He's almost all the concrete wall done. All along the back there and round the corner. And then he's got the barriers all to do. Then any concrete that I can't get to with the sweeper brush, which is basically just underneath the barriers and right next to the concrete wall or right next to the feed barrier. We'll just tidy up this silage that's left over from the coos that were in there. Chuck it in the pen with the fat beasts. Come on in, Matt. Right, let's get around the cows and then Will from Vencomatic. I need to phone him. Right, we've got a bit of grass growing in this block. Cows have not been in here for, could be 2 weeks now. They'll not be back in here for at least a week. The bit we drained and re-sowed, I let the cows onto that a few days ago, so we'll see how they're getting on over there. Some of these beasts, that one is it's massive. 207, it is one of the oldest. Just check what they're like here for. Flipping heck, they're starting to get through this now. Starting to eat a good bit more. Oh, we need to get that filled up. Mineral licks. And I'm licking away a wee Hi Mag. Just getting into the period now where staggers can get them, which is deficiency in magnesium, so chuck mag buckets out to them all. I should have had them out probably a bit earlier, but it just went out last week. Anyway, they're out now. Doing alright, beasts. It is hot for them, but I think they're okay. Flies bothering their teats a wee bit. When it's hot and dry and the calves are sucking at their teats, they can get cracks in them and wee cuts, and then the flies are attracted to them. Look at the thistles in here and Dawkins. This bit wasn't sprayed with the Soil Essentials spot sprayer, and it's looking pretty rough. And now we head on down to the grass that I let them into, which they've started to chow away. There's a nice old flush of Dawkins. That's just a field of Dawkins, to be honest. Wowzer! There's grass in amongst that, so we'll need to come and blanket spray this whole bit for Dawkins and thistles. But there's a good bit of grass kicking about on this chunk, so they're chewing away at that, which is good. Doesn't seem to be, there's the odd little bit of rush which has managed to start going again, but there's lime on that, and the grass round about it will hopefully, that'll disappear, hopefully. Oh, they're all content. When they're lying down, you know they're content and they're full of grub. Right, you two, stop squaring off. Come on. On you go, lad. They just want to face each other. I'm hoping that means they're both bored because all the cows are served. I hope so. I guess we'll just bring the cows to him instead. These cows need a new bite of grass. Oh, calves are looking a beauty. Go on in. Shh, shh, shh. Right, coos sorted. Oh yeah, just been bitten. Ah, that was quite a stingy one. Little bugger. Next stop, shift this to yard 1. I've buckled that a little bit. See that little kink? I don't know if it's because I've left it down when I've done something and something's pushed up against it to bend that, or if it just needs a wee strengthening bar, but I'm going to straighten it up at the workshop. Probably not today, but straighten it up, get a bar on there, because it's just going to fall to pieces otherwise. Yeah, okay. So if you can just then price those options, those two different styles of internals, that'll suit what we're wanting to do. Put in just a standard packing option, but just segregate that from the quote so I can see what's what.
No problem. And now we're ranging one way. We sort of know, yeah, the configuration of the building. I think, yeah, sort of a longer building with a less steel spec and 2 rows will probably suit Crawford. But if you prefer a wider building that cuts down on the length, now I know that, I will crack on and I'll send you those drawings and you can see what you think.
Right, good man. Cheers, Will.
Thanks, Crawford.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Will from Vencomatic, talking all things hens. Need to shift all this nonsense. I'm not sure if this fits out this door.
Oh, look at that. Like a flippin' glove.
We've usually got all this done a week before we start harvest, but it's just come around quick and everyone seems to be away. The tatty dresser, we need to reverse this trailer in, then lift it up, then drag the trailer out. But stupidly I put it on the low loader, which has got ramps in the back, so I'm going to need to put the ramps down and then drag it forward. Could do with a guide here. Steady does it. Steady does it. Are we in? Are we in? I think we're in. I'll tell you when the shed falls over. I might be able to lift this up high enough. Oh no. Wait. I don't have a vehicle to get the trailer out again. There's nothing here. We'll just have to leave it on there till we've got a vehicle back to shift the trailer out the road. It's fine, at least it's out the grain shed. That's a Spalding's order of wearing metal basically, and a few workshop consumables. Anyone's in the market for Q-fit forks and a headstock, which I've just shifted around here. Only done 260 hours I think we took them off at. No, 240 hours. Anyway, they've done sod all. Q-fit headstock, forks, and there is a bucket as well. If someone wants a full set, it's all there. Also a 5,500 hour old Sanderson headstock. It's needing a power wash, but it's functional. Get in touch. One careful lady owner. 2 of those words are true. Big Bertie attracting the fans. Look at him sitting there all photogenic. I'm just bringing a few bits into this shed, and I was just checking the malt there. Check for any mice droppings or any sign of any vermin. I have had it baited really quite hard by Andy Law, because I don't want mice getting in there. Once they're in, they're in. This whole shed has been baited pretty hard, but just when that came in, I wanted to make sure it was fully baited. £15,000 worth of malt barley there. That 20 tonne is worth more than that 100 tonne. Crane pusher needs to go to Tullibard and Smitty to get brackets, so I'm just going to drag it out while I've got this shed door open. I wish you shouldn't be moaning at that. Right, need all this blown down, swept down. Still quite a lot of stuff to shift in the shed, but that'll be going out later into spraying. That needs to go along the road for combining. The drill can go along the road, that forklift's staying here. Bit of cattle feed there, that can go along when that trailer goes along. You can hear saws going in the background. 2 guys with saws, we've at least a bit of space for them to keep machinery here. And in return they chop up some wood for us. They split it into rounds and then we can process it from there. Dunk's at the combine. Harvey he didn't get quite finished in here washing before Dunk needed a washer, but he's got the majority of it done. So I just nipped into the farm shop for a wee drink of juice. I just passed the table of books and cookbooks and thinking, my mother's book will be there very soon. Move over, Mary Berry. Your time is up. The book is available for pre-order, by the way. When is the launch? Start of September, end of August? Something like that. Anyway, pre-order. Links down below to the website where you can get a pre-order for the Globeburn recipe book. Let's rock and roll. Oh no! My Scotch pie. Oh no, damn it. Ah, flipping heck. Extra protein. I'm raging about that. Wee bit of dust never killed anyone. Well, maybe it did actually. That's fine. It's a wee bitty breezy and it's to calm down in an hour or two, so I'm going to go and clean out the shed a bit more.
There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speak in their mind are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Right, that's all she wrote in there. Still needing a bit of work, but the wind has settled down, so I'm going to go and spray that OSR. I better not forget the dog. Right, we're good to go. And then here is my mother's dog. Just come back from a day wandering the car park. Getting biscuits all day, were you? Were you? Look at him, look at him. Oh, you're a big lump. Good boy, good boy. You've lost your name tag. Sit. Good boy. Paw. He doesn't like doing paw. Come on. Shh. Come on. Paw. 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 Half a paw. There you go. Good boy. Right, we'll see you later. You just keep guard. Yeah, you keep guard. He's some boy, that dog. He doesn't need fed because he's in the car park all day getting biscuits from customers. He greets all the staff in the morning. He's on a schedule. He greets the staff up until 9 o'clock till all the staff are in. Then he's probably away round to the butchery for a little bit to get the nice smells out the back of the butchery. Midday he'll head round to the outside seating here, sit next to people who are munching away, and He's quite good at, if people ignore him, he wanders off, but if people want to give him a scratch, he stays. A scratch or a bit of grub. And then he goes and wanders the car park a bit more, then says cheerio to all the staff. And then this time of day I'm not really sure what he does, because usually I'm not here. Another cracker of a crop of OSR. Tatty's next door, which is a bit dangerous. Thankfully any breeze that there is, it's coming my way. Ah! I've just destroyed the step. I knew that was going to happen. It was only going to be a matter of time. Ah, you donkey man! God's sake, especially in a field of OSR. I'm so pissed off. I've managed to somewhat straighten them a wee bit. I bet so many people ruin those steps. Someone gave me a message and said, get a wiring kit to wire your park brake with your ladder so that you cannot move forward without your ladder being up, your steps being up. Can't remember the name of the guy who said that, but he clearly knows what he's talking about. Because if I had done that and had got that wiring in place, that would not have happened. Ah! Field's all done. I've just been going through the cycles of cleaning a tank, cleaning out the spray lines as well. I'll need to take these out each time for the first few times until I remember it. What I really like about this so far is that's the instructions, and they're quite thick pages because they're laminated. They're nice and simple, big writing. The obvious things you want to do, look, I want to wash out the spray lines. Alright, do this with that valve, that valve, that valve. Done. I want to clean the tank out, do X, Y, Z. And there's not oceans of instructions to go through. It's nice and simple to do it all. Done. 5 minutes later. Tomorrow, we combine. There is some perks to the farm shop being on site. I thought I'd come for the look at the combine. The only day of the year the combine's clean, just before harvest. Oh, look at it! It's ready for action. Nice evening. Gate lady's looking at me, waving at me. Home for my tea at 7 minutes to 10. I hope tea's ready.
Singing songs and a carrying signs, mostly say